Welcome back for another yummy update, friends. Let's get on cracking into it. I'm going to speak with you about some pDAI stuff. Shout out to 99 Capital. Encapsulation is Richard Hart's goal. So he's got this thread out here. I'm just going to quickly summarize it. They've done some on-chain investigations and they found like someone out there has been testing with pDAI potential because it's got to do with HEX and encapsulating stakes. And if you go check out the pDAI price chart, friends, I mean, looking for any type of friendship out here, it's sitting around 1 cent. It'll be 100x to $1. Now, what's it all come down to, friends? Everyone is, of course, begging for a pegging out here in pDAI land. But when it comes to the encapsulation, the origin address has staked a lot of HEX now. HEX is now way more scarce. Obviously, the origin address is not going to dump, but now the yield's actually lower. So the future supply is actually scarce too. So what's actually occurred is the HEX stakes, remember friends, HEX, the stakes are now locked up 15 years, a lot of them. So now that's why people are wondering what happens with pDAI now, because if HEX is staked long-term, the origin address can't use that HEX to go put it into the vaults on MakerDAO, the P maker, and actually do the collateral of the peg, right? But I just want to show you something, right? If you go look at the prices for the PulseChain ecosystem, have a look at this, friends. Have a look at how the including OA button will show you how much they go. So it's about 5 billion in PulseX, and then you have about 5 billion here in PulseChain. If you do the differential, that's like 10 billion. Now the HEX one, see, has 13 billion. So HEX could have been an extra 10 billion. So if you just write them down here, so I'll just have the numbers here just so it's easy to see. You've got like 5 billion here, and then you have 5 billion over there, and this is meant to be 10 billion. So I think the number that we need to get is it's 22.5 billion, because that's how much pDAI there is. If you assume it's $1, you need 22.5 billion. So now with HEX locked up, can we get that? Well, the answer is, man, you don't need this pretty much, because even if you remove this, 5 and 5 is 10. Yeah, if they just do a 3x from here, there you go. There you go. The origin address has enough pulse and PulseX, and it can peg it. Collateral, and move it into the collateral vault. But why is anyone even mildly concerned? It's because, right? Because, friends, when you're looking at this 10 billion now being removed, there are people, because I know there's a lot of people that they're new to crypto in the pDAI community. They believe that there is still a good chance, like next month peg, next month peg, next month peg. You know, remember, friends, there's been like peg tomorrow narratives coming up like since forever. Remember December, they go, oh, we're going to peg before Christmas. No, we're going to peg on New Christmas. No, we're going to peg just after New Year. Then it's peg January, February. You know what I mean? So those are the people who just are disappointed. But I don't want to, like, just don't disappoint yourself, man. Like, it's a first cycle unicorn. We're on PulseChain. We're still gate kept. There's lollipops for everyone. Okay, the origin address is making big moves. Even incentive tokens inflation was cut drastically. The greenest logo in crypto. You see? So big stuff is happening. Friendship is on the horizon. Okay, maybe we don't get a peg tomorrow stuff. That's why, friends, I always like protect myself. I go, hey, I'm hoping by, say, June that we're like 10 cents. I'm hoping we're around that area. That'll just basically tell me like, oh, we're on the way. I don't know when, but we're on the way. That's why I'm going to be happy. So I appreciate everyone out here checking the stuff out. Now, that's why the encapsulation thing, like if HEX is there, but if HEX is over like in the stakes, it can't then be used because you have to emergency end it, right, in the stakes and pay a big penalty and then eventually go and move it in. But there is this concept of encapsulating stakes, friends. Now, if you know, that's actually on ICOSA and Hedron. Now, we all know from the ICOSA chart, it's starting to round off here. Like this is, man, this looks like, friends, this looks like classical crypto. Like, it looks like just classical crypto. Remember, when you do a stake, if you do it through the GoHex platform, then it becomes a native stake. You know, native, N-I-T-I-V-E. But then if you do it through Hedron, the ICOSA Hedron platform, it's encapsulated. So you stake through the platform and it gives you an NFT of it. Now your NFT, so if you're doing long-term stakes, you got to be, like, it's for free, dude. Like, you got to be using Hedron for it. Because, like, if you're doing a 3-year stake, 2-year stake, man, what if there's an emergency, you have to move your wallet? if someone knows your keys, you're ruined. You're literally ruined. You have to either emergency end it and pay a big penalty or hope that the other person doesn't find out. But if you have an NFT of it, you can just send it to your other new wallet. There you go. And then you can unstake it through that one or just hold it. You see? So this is the website, obviously, for ICOSA and Hedron. And I've just used like this new dummy MetaMask site. So friends, you can create a new Hedron stake. So that's what you can do. You can see HEX staking native. You can go through, you actually create the stake through there. And if you click on this HEX stake, see stake length, see stake type, encapsulated, a HSI. So you can do native or HSI. It will give you the actual NFT of the bond. They're basically the same thing. It's just that it makes you safer, right? That's why it's really cool. Now, here's the thing. Because you have an NFT, that's why the theory is it can then be sent in to make the origin address, the vault collateralized. So you're probably wondering, why would that be beneficial? Why would that kind of work? It'd be great if we could do that, because people could be incentivized by HEX, stake long term, make it super deflationary. Yeah, because they can't touch the supply for a long time. But then you have something of value, and then you can't touch the HEX stake, but you have something of value, and then you can go use that and I guess collateralize the vault. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to encapsulated stakes, friends, remember, HEXs, it's not like a normal bond. With a bond, they all have set durations in time when they end. But with HEX, it can end in any day. That's why they have to make a unique NFT for each individual day. And there's different quantity amounts. So you can't just buy one unit of it. That's one thing. Another thing, Richard, friends, okay, with HEX, it was new code, but it borrowed off an existing idea. When it comes to these, I don't like, unless there's an existing thing out here, he probably has to either work out how it would work, or it doesn't even need to. Maybe he just needs it for Pulse and PulseX. Maybe HEX going up enough is going to make Pulse and PulseX, everything else rise, and he doesn't even really need to do that. So that's where the speculation stuff is coming from out here. And you need like a price oracle. It looks like there'd be not a lot of things that need to be built just for this action. But maybe we don't need to get there at all. But I guess we'll just see how it all plays out later on. Now, as you saw yesterday, PulseChain core coins were pumping. There's been a bit of a retracement out here. I know a lot of people get frustrated with these moves, but I've got to remind you, man, PulseChain's just Ethereum chain. It's a derivative of Ethereum chain. That's how to think about it. Ethereum is heavy. We're heavy. I've showed you so many times. Here is ETH-BTC ratio. It is on the weekly. Yes, we've only been handicapped, man. PulseChain launches here in May. We've only seen ETH-BTC go down for us. So we haven't even existed in a world where things start to go well. That's why we've got to be hopeful for the future. Now, I want to show you this, man. Jack Ma is back at Baba. Where can I get the same jacket? So this is cool. Why is this important? My resurrection prophecy. That's why. Do you remember my resurrection prophecy, friends? I'm going to type in resurrection prophecy in my videos and show you now. Crypto resurrection prophecy 3 months ago. My gosh. Return of the bull market. This was it, friends. You remember this? You remember this? The resurrection prophecy. So, friends, I had a prophecy that everything's coming back. Everything's coming back. Digging through altcoins and cycles, Optimism, Richard Hart, HEX, all of these. So it's interesting. Like, shout out to David. This way, I got this from the friendship cult in my Telegram. This is it's even permeating through stocks. I've said here, right? Jack Ma's back from Stocks World. Remember, friends, GameStop. The spirit comes back. Donald Trump is back. The president's back. Everything's coming back. We're bringing it all back. Paper straws. Donald Trump is bringing back plastic straws. Wow. Do you remember that, friends? The paper straws, the plastic straws. Whoa. We're back to plastic straws. We're bringing that back. We're bringing back oil. We're bringing back coal. We're bringing it all back. It's a resurrection prophecy. Is Richard Hart going to stream this year? Everyone's coming back. 2025 will be a blitz year for crypto. That's the theme. Double bubble alt season. We're bringing it all back. Let's see if it plays out. Believe in something. Remember, it's still a believer's cycle. I also saw Ivan giving some heat to Murad a bit. Because, like, you know, the prices are down and everyone still believes. See, friends, another thing, if you know, no one believes the SPX meme. You know what I mean? If you check SPX 6900. Now, remember, it trades on Ethereum, but this is, I think, the bridged version. So you can buy it on Solana if you want it. Yeah, so no one really believes it, friends. That's when it comes down to this. Now, this chart, price chart, see, it's 87 million market. It's not really that. I think when Murad, he said like, because S&P 500, it's 40 trillion. And so this theoretical mimetic value is up to 40 trillion market. Okay. All right. I believe it's up 40 trillion. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I hope these things do go up. I think I'm going to stop and slide around, and meme coin super cycle still on. Man, a lot of them taking some big hits. SPX is obviously one of the strongest ones. Only done a 66% retracement. But then if I show you something else, like Popcat, yeah, everything's got this chart. 90%. They all take a big hit. Now, of course, many coins we're in also take huge hits. 80, 90%. Yeah, there's a difference though. The difference is Solana has been the favorite chain for 14 months. You've already been the favorite. You've been the favorite for a long time. So like you can only not be as popular now. Yeah. PulseChain's like gate kept. The gates can only open for us from here. Like to make the, how can it get worse when you're already maximum gate kept, right? Crypto banter, shout out to Randy Boot, ignoring the bubble once again, even though we're plus 40%. Also see these friends here. Look at this. Shout out to Michael. I found this from another YouTube comment section. I forgot who it was. Finally, got it. Took him a long, painful time to figure it out that this cycle is different and there will be no alt season. Bitcoin only. I've actually got a scheduled message to come out in like, at December this year. I'm just wondering if like, yeah, it's one of those bottom signals. Just Bitcoin only, Bitcoin only. Ah, man, it's all happening. So that might be a good signal to think about. Friends, here is an incentive token distribution chart just to show you how scarce it actually is. The people who have, look at this in the distribution, people who have more than 100 ink. There's 8,700 here, 100 to 1,000, and there's 3,000 up here. So there's only 540 people with 10,000 ink or more. 500, probably 560, 10,000 ink or more. Which is, how much is that worth? Like 50K or something now. No, 40K. So it's just showing you it's very scarce. Also, the supply stopped at exactly 55 million. So once again, Richard Hart doing the moves. That's nice. Look at this cute kitty, the kitty green logo. Welcome to PulseChain. That's awesome. That's a whole theme, friends. Remember, there's a clip circulating around. Richard Hart spoke about, remember, you should know De Beers, friends. Good example for crypto scarcity. De Beers own all the supply of the mines of diamonds, and they just made them scarce by just restricting the supply. That's it. And then diamonds are worth a lot because they don't flood the world with all of them. I want to show you this picture as well for friendship and kindness. Peppy, the ultimate theme of the season and cycle. I wonder if Ethereum coming back is going to bring that up again. Talking about, because thinking about scarcity, everyone's like, oh, but there's 1,000 coins. But you could also copy paste the meme. What's scarce is communities, friends. Catching you with my Pokeball every single day. They're scarce. Remember Ivan on Tech as well, friend. They fixed the, they updated the Pika. It's fine. That's meme coins, man. Meme coins. So they updated Pika on Morales and it pops 35%. It's funny how it worked because it's like, oh, the strength is here. We're trading like memes and brands and stuff out here. You're trading a community. That's what it comes down to. And everybody will capitulate. Remember these gentlemen, Faltron. I would like to apologize to Richard Hart. I was wrong. Please unblock me and follow. It's the right thing to do. So Mr. Hexflex just showed him, oh, look at all these things, bro. He goes, are you in yet? I've been trying to get you rich, bro. See green candles, friends. Green candles come and people feel the pain. Oh, crap, I was meant to get in, and they start capitulating. They're like, they marvel at these. That's what's coming for our future. Last but not least, friends, some gruesome stuff out here, but this is serious. So this video came out years ago. I posted it actually in the bear market. A crypto influencer, he got brutally murdered. He got chopped up into multiple pieces. He got stuffed inside a luggage bag, okay? His name was Fernando Algaba. I forgot exactly what happened, but I think this dude...
Which is kind of a dangerous mix. But if you dig deeper into some of the less popular gurus, they're truly faking their success. And if you're trying to show you're rich driving these expensive cars, living this crazy life will come at a cost.
So the video is called Fake Gurus. Where are they today?
A cost that Fernando Perez Algaba could not handle, leading to some dire consequences. Just like others on this list, Fernando Perez was a self-proclaimed millionaire crypto influencer. Take a look at his Instagram with 913,000 followers and you'll get a glimpse of his flashy lifestyle. He carried the slogan of going from rags to riches through crypto. According to Fernando, he used to be a measly pizza delivery guy living in Argentina.
It's always, it's always the same thing. Now, rest in peace, this guy said, please forgive me. I haven't watched this a long time, but I think it was either scamming or he took money from people, never paid them back. I think he owed money to the basically equivalent cartel gang. I think it was that. Remember, but also just pick it first. There's always a rags to riches. By the way, shout out to Ragsy Boo as well. There's always that rags riches. You know, I don't talk like that. I don't, who gives you crap about that? You get nothing out of that. That's self-grandiose stuff. That's not irrelevant, man. That's not relevant unless you're trying to like basically manipulate people. It's always I was a pizza boy. I was delivering makeup to the local cat agency lady. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what I was doing as a kid, earning 14 cents a week. And then I built myself up, and now I'm a million. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. They've always got, there's a key ingredient. Tattoos, jewelry, Rolex, a palm tree, walking around, laptop, gotta have the laptop. You know, it's always the same thing. And guys, I don't know why. I can't call you guys. You basically, you're a bunch of little soy boy little bitches believing these stories every time. Wow, I want to be rich and successful. Wow, look at them. Every single time it's like the same formula. It just keeps working until it's not going to work eventually. Yes, it gets you into hot trouble though. So unfortunately, this guy was brutally murdered.
Cases millionaire habit.
Let's see if we go
In one
through
post, he created a collage of pictures with audio saying, "It's incredible how there are such evil people in the world, that while you're thinking of helping them, they're thinking of destroying you."
So this, I think this is after he lent some money to them. He lent some money. Oh no, he borrowed some money. And look at this. Right.
In his final post, Fernando wrote, "Hello mum, I needed to clear my head as always, and from here I'm realizing two things. That we can't escape from problems and that problems will always follow us. Well, if something happens to me, everyone is already warned."
I think he tried to move countries and they followed him.
The post was made on July 15th and Fernando would never be heard of again. On July 19th, Fernando was supposed to return the keys to the apartment he was renting, but he didn't show up nor answer his phone. So the owner of the apartment did call the police, but nothing was found. However, it all became clear on July 23rd. In a small Buenos Aires town, Argentinian children were playing soccer and noticed a large red suitcase abandoned near the river. Out of curiosity, they checked inside and saw a human hand. Naturally, the kids were horrified when they saw what was inside and reported it back to their parents, who eventually called the police. It was discovered that his body had been cut up into pieces and placed in the suitcase. Fernando was easily identified by his fingerprints and his noticeable tattoos. At just 41 years old, Fernando had been murdered. His body had been cleanly amputated. According to local police, the hit was done by a professional. An autopsy then revealed that Fernando had already been shot 3 times, indicating that he had died before the attackers disassembled his body. So why? Well, apparently Fernando was in heavy debt, and in the past few years, Fernando registered several companies of his own. Some had no tax identification number, and others were straight up fraudulent. Apparently he owed millions in taxes to the Argentinian government, which could have been why he fled the country in the first place. But an even worse case is that while Fernando was in Argentina, he had borrowed $40,000 from one of the most violent gangs in Argentina. Not the type of enemies you'd want to make. And while police are still investigating this horrific ending of Fernando's life, it's an interesting point to be made on how easy it is to fake this glamorous lifestyle. He had a whole section on his Instagram titled Profit, but wouldn't pay back $40,000 to a gang. It's easy to...
So, I'm showing you this. Obviously, rest in peace. No one deserves this type of brutal death. But look, fake guru saying he was trading, making money, I'm winning. Meanwhile, so desperate, had to go to literally violent gang, literally loan sharks, and borrow money out there. Who knows what he did with it? Maybe he tried to trade and gamble money and then like just whatever. So I'm sure, friends, it's when you watch that, you're like, oh, that's reminding me of influencer A, B, and C that you see on YouTube. Oh, this person was in a Dubai mansion, or this guy's in the cars and stuff out here. You just don't know when it comes to these. Now, I don't think there's any red flags or anything out here, but obviously 2 things. If you're in that position, don't do it, dude. Don't do what they're doing. But I know a lot of people look up to stuff like that. So I'm looking out for you. Don't believe everything you see, dude. Don't believe everything you see. Friends, you know the only thing, which is funny, the only thing people like criticize me for that's like frequent is that I'm too happy on camera. I'm not joking. Well, because I see it. There's no flashy lifestyle, upside down Lamborghini, hanging out with all these babes and drink. There's none of that, okay? Because I don't care about that. I'm in the trenches. I made the trenches. We're digging the trenches and we're trenching ourselves, friends. You, me, and Spoonie on this journey together, okay? Catching ratatars and letting them go because we don't keep that trash. So that's you and me, friends, in the trenches. But that's why, man, like everyone always says to me, dude, how are you even making? How are you even happy today? How are you doing? I'm like, bro, listen, it's a lot of cope. If you can't learn to at least enjoy the chaos. Entertainment here, keeping yourself from losing your mind there, celebrating like, oh, I guess it's another 2 more years of this pain. If you can't learn to be happy by yourself, you're never going to make it. Because most of this investing game is just waiting. It is. The money is made in the waiting. The very famous investment saying. I forgot who said it. All of them. Actually, I think it was Jesse Livermoore. Also, rest in peace. Blew his brains out in the hotel room. Okay, made a billion, lost a billion, lost a billion, made a billion, lost a billion, made a billion, lost a billion, blew his brains out. Okay, reminiscences of a stock operator. The money was made in the wait. It's not in the tinkering around, go to JPEG here, sign up to Orange's potion thing and get rugged over there. Dave Portsoy, buy the African government meme coin. No, that's for losers who end up on Coinfessions Rec. The money is made in the waiting. The money is made in our friendship. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.